So who wants to give me a recap?
I guess I could do what. I'm sorry. I'm reeling at the moment. So give me a moment.
Reeling.
Oh.
I just went home and ate the peanut butter.
Luke.
I.
He has a wife.
No, he does not.
Sorry, I'll mute. I'll go be forever alone again.
Forever alone.
Go ahead.
All right. So last episode began with Telry being possessed by the tentacles is the best way I can describe it. And thankfully, with the power of friendship and mild head trauma, we were able to save him from its angry clutches. After which, we of course restrained him so as to ensure he did not continue such things. And we continued on our journey through the Endless White in hopes to make it back to Mournhau, which mostly was uneventful. A couple of Yeti sightings, and a field of Karns to which we paid respect to the warriors of the past. It was at this point, sometime later, that we arrived upon the White Lotus Inn?
Frozen Inn.
Frozen Inn? Okay.
Frozen flower.
Frozen flower. Okay. Look, I watched Avatar like last week. Now it's in my brain. Nonetheless, we found it absolutely teeming with the church, and decided that the two most, I hate to use the word, like, low cover, I guess, least conspicuous members of the group. I say, well, he wears a horse mask.
I'm shy.
Decided to pick up supplies to the end, as we were not going to make it walking. And unfortunately, we were not able to get through without some amount of conversation, as Captain Alphonse has brought conversation upon us, as we are travelers moving through an open war zone. And, well, that's where we are.
Cool. Alrighty. Here we go. So, we picked up with you guys sitting in the inn, getting supplies for your fellow companions. Speaking of which, how much are you buying?
Figure since we're both travelers, we're probably going to pick up a month's worth of each, so 60 in total.
Okay. Well, you end up buying a month's worth of rations from Doba. How much money do you guys have? That's 60 gold. You got 60 gold?
I have 95.
Whew!
I have...
Breaking the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, buddy.
203.
Alright, so you can add 30 to yours, Chrome.
Chrome is
Alright.
apparently loaded.
Rome is the bank.
It really is.
Every good time to use my money.
I'm a bandit.
I keep stealing all this money, but I just can't use it.
All I do is make withdrawals from other people.
I get access to their card and just take money.
I just take it.
That's so
I
cool. You just
just
steal
take
shit from people and you don't use it, just for the joy of stealing shit from people.
Anyway, anything else you guys would like to do? As of right now, it seems that you have avoided the suspicious eye of Alphonse Ice Eyes. Anything else you guys want to do?
We also need to refill the camping kit. So,
Okay.
How much would be for, was it all 5 charges?
10 gold a charge.
Can you cover that, Chrome?
Yeah.
Thank you. So that'd be 50?
Yep.
And I think we still need 2 more smithing. Nah, we'll wait on that one. Yeah. Let's get the 2 more smithing charges. Will be another 20 gold, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll cover that one. And that should be it.
Oh, can you actually give me a pumpkin spice latte too?
You know what?
Number 1,
-1
that
charge.
doesn't exist. Number 2, he's not there to ask you.
I could
It's like
feel
these
it in
bets.
spirits. But what was that?
Nothing. Just whispers of Marlowe.
I hear them in my nightmares.
Yo, bro, could you give me a pumpkin spice latte? Imagine if you abused your overwhelming wizard power to like ask somebody to grab you a drink. What a
Sending spell.
Hey, yo, can I get that pumpkin spice latte, bro?
As I'm suddenly infused with 3 exposure in the middle of all the church.
It's no trouble, you know. Maybe you're already there.
Would you give somebody exposure long range with a sending spell?
Yes.
Wild.
Holy shit.
Yep, which is why bards are dangerous.
Hearts are very dangerous.
Is that a good rule of thumb for every spell that has a target that uses like mana or magic power, that the recipient of the target is also they
Yeah.
get exposure?
Yeah.
That's how it's been played.
Okay.
So like my bless gives everybody 1.
Anyway,
Alright.
so, what's it gonna be? Anything else?
I think that's all we need supplies-wise. So, unless Chrome wants to buy anything.
Too nervous to ask, but I just stage whispers. I have anointed silver.
Yeah, probably best to hold off on that.
Are you telling Doba that?
No, I telling Gruul.
Ah. Okay.
Maybe not here. Just saying.
All right, sounds good. Just a thought.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we good to go?
Yeah, I think we got everything.
All right.
All right then. All right. Bye. Okay.
Later.
We're gonna dip. Let's get out of here. Oh, it's like Empire.
Well, as you turn to leave, make me perception checks.
All right. Oh, they changed this. Oh, thank God.
All right, Gruul. You notice that a few of the church members that were in here before are not there anymore.
Do I remember where they were sitting?
You thought you saw another one sitting there and here.
A seer and a vanguard. Okay. Most likely. Thank you. And he will continue to walk out while noticing it. He'll kind of whisper to Chrome. A couple of them are missing. We might be tailed.
All right, I'll keep an eye out. Best for you to do the same then.
He'll nod. Alright. I guess we kind of, if we're going to head back to camp, we're going to kind of have to go a long way. Try to avoid being followed since we are worried about it.
All right, make me survival checks.
2. You don't have it trained, right, to give me advantage?
Nope. I just love the cold.
Alright.
I just
Does
love the
the-
cold.
Alright, does the curse continue? It does.
Okay.
Oh, keep an eye out. See if we're getting trailed or not.
Yeah. Just quick vigilant watches to make sure.
All right, eventually, you travel another day outside of, I believe you guys were a day away, outside of the Frozen Inn, and happen upon your party members.
Mm-hmm. One day north.
There we go.
Okay. You're back together again.
You're muted.
Yeah, I'm bored. But all
Did you
right.
bring my coffee?
Your what?
Never mind.
He was sitting
It
there
was
mumbling
wishful
something
thinking.
for hours.
What's a coffee?
Did you
Coffee exists.
almost join them?
Oh, well, I don't know. I've been. I'm
It's
excluded.
drugs you make with beans.
Alright. Serious question, but did you almost join them?
Join them?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sick crossbow. I'm gonna join. And you're like,
oh, no. I mean, he told us that they're stationed outside the city. It was more of a attempting to be cooperative to try and, I don't know, think less of our actions.
I see. That makes more sense. I got concerned there.
What was the situation like in there?
We were surrounded.
Yeah.
Did you escape? Or surrounded in what way?
No, we were killed in
Killed them. Killed them all.
that one. Yeah.
What?
I doubt that.
Down.
It actually comes out that I am Etheria herself, so, you know.
Alrighty then.
Did
Are you fucking with me?
No.
I'm not taking Chrome seriously. I mean, he's not even covered in blood right now, which is the norm. But
Oh my god.
I have
He
to know.
said, wearing a horse
did-
mask. I'm sorry. Continue.
Did any of them look like me at all?
There was a man
to
named
recall.
Alphonse. That was the only name I got, and no halflings were apparent.
Huh. I don't know an Alphonse, so can't be that important.
So you left amicably and not you didn't slaughter an entire inn full of Mitharian knights?
No.
Sadly, no.
No.
Telry just kind of looks
Good.
away.
Although I did note that a couple of them were missing when we headed out, so I don't know if we got tailed or not, but we didn't spot anyone.
Should we wait in ambush or should we skedaddle?
Do you think? I would say perhaps get some distance and then attempt, if you wish, to hold, but I don't know how long our rations will last. We were only able to pick up an additional 60.
12 each.
Yeah,
Hmm.
12 each.
12 each. You're passing them around. I should give you some money. I forgot to send some with you before you left.
We'll worry about that later. Let's
Take some
get out of
money.
here first.
All right.
We should head to
Oh,
Mournhau.
my money?
Let's see. Okay. Well,
Say approach from the west. I mean, it's kind of our only feasible option to approach from at this point, but the forces on the west side of Mournhau are preoccupied with the demon invasion, and on the right is this straight connection to the Pale City.
yeah.
I think the mountains to the north are a bit too, well, rough to traverse with the amount of rations we have.
There's walls around the whole city too. How many entrances are there to Mournhau?
There's a north, south, east, and west gate.
Okay, so there are north gate as well.
So the northern gate is often snowed in. The door to the west is pretty much always open. The door to the east, same. The door to the south goes directly through the mountain range into the Silent Faces and through the Blacktop Mountains. So basically there's this big, like, road that goes around the ring of the mountains. And to get to that gate, you'll have to go around. You can't really jump over like this.
Gotcha.
Perhaps the north gate then, seeing as it seems to be low traffic.
And probably northwest wall. Hop over the wall.
I mean, yeah, you could, but you know, there's the rest of us.
Last
Actually,
time
we
I went
all
over
can.
a Mournhau wall, there were guards there.
Yeah, I might know them.
Oh, okay.
Me too.
If you're
I
confident.
can explain who I am and who we are.
Well, I would be careful, as the piece I did get from the captain was that they are, I should say, surrounding at least a portion of the city.
I assume they're surrounding the entire eastern half of the city.
A good guess.
Well, we should
Nothing
go.
to do but go and find out.
Mm-hmm.
I would also not expect the west gate to be completely open, or open at all, but I wouldn't expect a brigade to be there.
It's worth a look.
To review what you've heard rumor-wise, the prince is supposedly camped outside of Mournhau on the eastern side. And he is currently being reinforced in his position, it is rumored, by individuals from the Pale City. So, while the church is everywhere, the main focus is the tension of the prince's camp and of the new king of Mournhau.
I think we'd make a beeline for it. And no magic. If we are being tailed, they probably have
No magic.
they probably have divination magic.
Do we risk
Or if
the
it's an
road?
absolute necessity, you can walk around it, close but around it.
So not on the roads.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
But I mean, you're technically the expert in this field.
I
Allegedly.
am a guide. I can get you through the forests in the snow, but if you want to go quickly, the roads are still the better way.
Roads have patrols.
Exactly.
We should avoid the roads.
Avoid the roads.
All right, avoiding the roads.
Okay? No, not going on the roads. If you're not going on the roads at all, then your choice is really only the north gate.
Mm-hmm.
Because, well, technically, all the gates have roads in front of them, but the northern gate is going to be the
More
least
difficult.
traveled.
Yeah.
So, is that the direction you guys wish to go, or do you wish to go as eastward as possible until you're forced to be on the road that goes to the pass?
I say start eastward as possible.
And
Alright.
then hit the road.
Sounds good to me.
Then we can reevaluate.
All right.
Alright, let me bring open your journey tracker.
Dun, 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 dun.
How's everyone doing ration-wise?
26?
26?
I counted right.
17?
17? That's probably what we're supposed to be at?
Yeah, 17.
Oh, I must have
Yep.
miscounted something somewhere.
We had fallen down to like 5 by the time we were hitting the inn.
That's right.
Actually, question. How long until... If we took the roads, how long would it take for us to actually get there?
Presuming nothing interrupted you, you could make it to Mournhau in about 2, maybe 3 weeks, if you took the roads. Not
Yeah, we
taking the
only-
roads means that you're going to have to travel through the Endless White, which, assuming that weather and you weren't slowed down in any way, would take you definitely a month. Now, if you wanted to walk along the edge towards the north, that's going to add even more time. And since you're going through wilderness, that's a slower speed, which is going to put you to about 5 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's more than double our resources right now.
Also, we
Yeah.
spent 2 days camping out while they made their trip to the inn. I had 1 point of exhaustion. Has that gone away?
Did you have camping kit charges to spend?
Oh,
Yeah, we
but
did. We had
we
one.
spend them?
I mean, I bought all 5, so I would hope so.
Yes, but
But we
but you didn't have
specify
them
that
while
we're
he
going
was
to.
resting there.
Correct.
Right.
That's my point.
So I guess not.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. Ready
I
to
think we
go.
have to take the road then, because we just don't have the supplies to not do it.
Not unless you want to start
Mhm.
hunting.
That'll increase time as well. Yeah, I don't think we have a choice but to take the road.
Yep.
All right, choice is made. Let's do it.
Okay.
So be it.
Road it is.
First 3 days of wilderness to get back onto the road, so go ahead and make me a survival check.
Advantage.
Okay. Okay.
That's my boy.
Okay. Alright, so the 3 days of getting back onto the road succeeded. Changing charts. Alright, here we go. Time to do 2 weeks. Hold on 1 second. Rations revitalized to 25. Okay, 5 days. Now for the next 2 weeks. Here's hoping. Alright. Drop it. Survival check. Nice. Uh-oh. That is a... A roaming band of revelers appears along the road. It seems that they and a couple of the other nobles are on their way to the Frozen Flower Inn to celebrate their birthday. You can see that they carry with them a whole band of debauchery, complete with kegs, women, entertainers, and what appears to be a large, sort of dog-like creature.
Large sort of dog-like creature?
Yeah.
These aren't the same revelers we ran into on the way out. They
Prob-
didn't have a dog creature.
Probably not. Okay. Do you guys want to interact with them or move on?
Do they have any heraldry that state of like what are they Mournhau or?
They have no heraldry you recognize.
Some noble, though. Dressing fancy.
Are they're walking down the road?
Stumbling.
As we can, they seem friendly. I guess we can walk past them.
We could get news if they can speak it.
Yeah.
So we approach.
Yeah.
We just keep walking. I guess we'll bump into them.
All right. As you approach, the head of the group, who appears to be somewhat sober, waves in greeting. All hails and salutations to you, travelers. What?
Hail.
Likewise.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Mortimer Portapie, and these are my Portapie travelers. That one's our acrobat, that one over there. He makes bird noises, and that's Jack. We don't really know what he does.
Interesting. My name's Telry, and this is the group that I've been traveling with. We have Knarh and Marlowe and Gruul and Chrome.
Pleased to meet you.
The stallion.
Salutations and exchange of pleasantries abound. So, seeing as how we've just met on the road, like people that are
Strangers. Yes, good
Yes.
people.
I was wondering, hey, and he'll point at you all of a sudden. Are you having a good trip? Want to buy some drugs?
You got drugs?
Oh, we got Ramunda, we've got Silver Salt, we got all kinds of stuff. We kind of need a little extra funds in order to get us all the way to the flower.
Chrome,
Good.
can I borrow some gold?
Yeah, I'm about to ask if I can borrow some gold right now. I need to explain something real quick to
All
you.
right.
So,
we need a party talk. We need.
All right, party
Someone
huddle up.
has 20 platinum coins on them.
Oh yeah, I have a fuckload of money. Never mind.
All right.
You guys want some drugs?
That's what I thought.
So
Classic rich man. Hey, can I borrow $1?
hey, you never lose a penny if you spend someone else's.
I'm a bit of a connoisseur myself. Do you have, by any chance, any Dabarakian Demodome on you?
We don't got anything from Calcatesh, none of that foreign stuff. All we got is homegrown Vaunus drugs. But, pardon me, if you want, there's a couple things we do have. He'll open his jacket, and you'll see he's got it all right there. See, all guys, yeah, we got some mushrooms too. They're pretty potent. Yeah.
You got anything that might make people a little bit more talkative?
Oh yeah, we got plenty of that. He'll call over one of the wine boys carrying a keg.
Can I interject? I'm gonna pull Gruul aside.
What
Are we-
What are you?
Are you talking
what are you-
booze?
Why are
Are
you
we
talking?
really
hold
doing
on.
this?
Yeah.
Get,
What? No,
get dizzy.
I mean, okay. Look,
what? Never smoked a pipe before?
Withdrawn smoking drugs.
no, and I don't intend to. But here's the thing, right? We're on a mission. I can't have you guys inebriated as we're trying to make our way to Mournhau.
It's a bit presumptive of you to assume that we're just gonna immediately eat these things.
Okay,
Yeah, we'll
that's
keep
what
it-
I'm hoping is you'll save it for your own time
Yeah. We camp. When it's off time.
during
This,
camp.
this is
during
a
off time,
business transaction between adults, Telry.
We might be being nice.
How
Yeah.
about this?
I mean,
Make it
it's
fast.
the extension of it.
Noted.
Look.
Do you got any gorilla biscuits?
Gorilla biscuits. What the hell is a gorilla?
No, I'm not from here. How about, what's your favorite of these mushrooms?
My favorite out of here is this right here. This one's called the White Devil. You eat this, and you're filled with a sense of greed and superiority.
Ooh.
Why would you enjoy that?
Why wouldn't you?
That's how I feel all the time.
That's how I feel all the time.
Yeah, it's a good. I don't know if that would have any effect.
Will it just double down?
Double greed, double superiority.
You got anything that like opens up the secrets of the universe or something like that?
Oh yeah, we got
See your
plenty of
mom again?
Ramunda.
Don't.
I'll take some Ramunda.
Is that
Trying to
stuff
see your
illegal?
mom again.
I mean, it's fine. Yeah, how much for a pipe full of Ramunda?
A dose? You kind of look around. Dose set you back 15 gold.
How do you dose this? You smoke it? You vaporize it? What do you do?
Nah.
You eat it?
Well, mostly you smoke it. I know that some people mix it in with their tea. I've even had that some kind of melt it down, turn it into wax, and dap it.
All right, I'll take 3 servings of those, or two servings. Sorry, that'll be 30 gold.
30 gold, yep.
Would 3 platinum cover it?
Yes.
3 platinum is 30 gold, right?
No.
No.
That's 300 gold.
That's 300 gold.
300? What the fuck?
Full charge of drugs? You don't know your money.
Here, we'll do 1 platinum. We'll do 1. You can give me a grab bag of a whole bunch of shit, and you can cut some off the top to make a better margin for yourself. I just kind of want a little sampler platter, if you know what I mean.
Oh, you got it, sir. All right, he will put a literal bag of drugs into your hand. There you go.
I'll give him a platinum.
All right, he'll take that platinum and tuck it away.
I will do as all good drug addicts do and spend my literal last 15 gold to get a one-hit Ramunda.
All right.
Is this really the wisest use of the money that we've scrounged together for this trip?
Look, you weren't there at the manor, bro. You didn't see what I saw.
Yeah, he was going insane.
The more I
No.
hear about that man,
I went more sane than any of you.
the more
You're-
glad
you're-
I am I didn't go.
Your fucking narrative predispositions about what these chemicals are really blinding you from the true utility that they possess.
I will say this: I did imagine they'd be more expensive than they are.
It's a fair price. Good business.
15 gold. What do
Nothing
you think
happened.
it's cheap?
Let's keep walking.
All right, is that it? That all you want? All right, cool. He'll shut his jacket.
Also,
Oh,
sir, what is this creature? And I point at the dog thing.
Oh, that's Leroy. Leroy, and the dog-like creature will reveal itself to be a man in a beast costume. Hey!
Oh, that's very convincing, sir.
Oh, thank
hey,
you.
carry on.
I went to the College of the Sagas.
How's the college doing?
Oh, I wouldn't know. I haven't been to the college in a while. I got my I finished school there, and I tried to find a job in the arts.
I'm
And
sorry.
so I found one. Well, it's hard. It's hard.
Well, your furred creature impression is very convincing, and may it bring you fortune. And,
Oh, thank you.
And ladies, or whatever you're after.
Oh no. All I want is drugs.
Well,
I admire that.
You're a bard too?
Relatable.
Oh yeah, I'm a bard.
No.
Marlowe will
people.
raise an eyebrow.
He
I'm
did
just
say
gonna
he
like-
went to school.
Yeah,
glance over
yeah,
at Marlowe and raise an
I got
eyebrow in
my-
return.
I got my certification right here. He'll pull out a badge depicting him as a member of the bards of the College of Sagas. I told you,
Holy shit.
I'm a trained thespian.
You're a what?
A trained thespian.
Ah,
Watch,
It
and
must
then
be the name
he'll
of the
turn
creature.
he'll turn back into the beast. Brr, 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 brr.
Are we making
Dogs are way better than
animal
thespians.
how's the road getting here? Out of Mournhau.
Oh, it's thick with people. There's so many people. Yeah, a lot of them are coming down from the mountains because they want to see the new king, and they want to check back into the census because some people are leaving the city because they don't agree with the king because it's believed that he's like a usurper. So right now there's a lot of people going in and out. And the prince, he's on the other side, and people are going to him, claiming he's the real king, and some people say he's waiting on reinforcements from the Pale City, and he's going to take the entire city of Mournhau back by force from the usurper king, and, there's a lot going on.
Cool. Thanks for the info.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Before we go, do you mind giving me just a name of all these substances?
Oh,
wanna keep
sure.
them.
He'll walk over. That's silver salt. Normally it's used in crafting. You can store it right off the rock. Send you to a nice place. That there's Ramunda, a classic in Corvallis. That there's White Devil. That there's Lachio, which is kind of like it's whale spit. Yeah.
Well, safe travels to all of you, and have
Oh,
fun. Unless you guys want to hang out for a minute. Gruul.
did we
I'll
ask
see.
if they have some spare food or something? Like, rations?
Don't give a-
Yeah. You're about to be heading to the Frozen Flower Inn, are you not?
We sure are!
Would you happen to have extra rations on you? We may not have bought enough while we were there.
Oh,
No,
no!
we should
We're
have
probably gonna run out before we get there.
Fair enough. Worth a shot.
That's what I call
Leopold!
for.
We're not paying you to stand there and talk like a person. All right, I gotta get back to work.
As we're walking away from these fine people, I'm gonna elbow Marlowe and be like, "Hey, so when do you get your furred thespian suit?"
I'm gonna say the last thing I'm gonna say to Leroy is the world is your stage, my fellow thespian.
Oh,
He's already got the mask in his backpack.
wow, that was so well said. All right, and then he'll get on all fours and start waddling.
That's right. He's the Midnight Raven.
Yeah, he's already got his persona.
Marlowe, you've met a fellow thespian,
I have my doubts.
and it fills you with determination.
Oh my.
Oh, a fellow bard. Hello, sir. Good.
I'm really contemplating the ethics of judging other people's artwork because it's all subjective, but I really like judging other people's artwork.
Right.
Hey,
Right.
look, there is such a thing as bad art. It exists.
Marlo's convinced.
Maybe Marlowe, you might end up joining one of the unscrupulous bards, the ones that call themselves critics.
Yes.
Ah,
Sorry,
yes.
what were you asking me, Telry?
What? Oh, when you get your furred thespian suit.
It's different major.
Oh, okay.
Different major.
Remember, I was a janitor.
I was a janitor.
You were a janitor. How does that work in
Who knows?
in bard
Everywhere you go, everywhere you see. All right.
I literally told you the story. The first thing I said to you when I met
You did. And I told you my last name, and yet
Hey,
here we are.
you guys are lost
Yay!
on the
Not
road.
again.
How you get lost on the road?
It's covered in snow, all right.
I told you not to buy them drugs.
The DC to not get lost on the road is 10. Yep.
Yeah, look,
Try again.
Maybe you should have had
did.
advantage or something.
Thank
did.
God. All right, next one.
I'm over here giving him advantage and stuff, and he's lost on a road.
Next.
do you want to start this up again? You really want to do
Watch
this
is
again?
what fuels you, remember?
Apparently, Marlowe can do this on his own. Apparently, he's trained.
Well, I can't do this on my own. I just understand when somebody else is not doing a proper job.
Oh yes, just as everyone else can tell you're doing a dandy job of being a bard after seeing a clearly superior one pass us by earlier, correct?
He was very convincing.
I get shit all the time for what I do. People have no idea how to do it.
I mean, yeah, he's getting paid for his work. Were you janitor? No. All right, do we?
I'm concerned by the amount of dice roll.
Good.
That was a few. We're good.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been
Okay.
traveling.
We getting followed.
Nope.
5, 6, 7.
Never.
Oh my goodness.
See, you're doing a
Remember
good job.
those
now.
14 rations we had?
All right, you guys are about halfway there.
Oh yeah.
Living on a prayer.
Next.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Look, chocolate.
See, it's a product of my tough
I
love.
believe we're down to 2
Oh
rations.
yeah, not my years of training.
All right.
1 ration.
Okay. You guys are about 4 days from Mournhau.
4 days from Mournhau. No passing merchants.
Not yet.
Crowds.
Well, I should say, 4 days from Mournhau, you start to see a lot more people on the road, which is going to change the charts. So, yeah, there's going to be a chance for passing merchants, but there's also going to be increased chance of patrols. This is your last chance to turn back. It's either you commit to the east gate, or you turn and go to the north gate.
Yeah, since we're here, but we should probably stop and hunt for the day.
Well, we're at, what was that, 8 days? So we're down to 6 rations?
You should be down to 1 ration.
One
Is it
ration.
one?
Been a
Oh, is it
lot
one?
more than
My
8
bad.
days
I
since the
scrolled.
party.
Oh, because the party, yeah.
And then you got lost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh
Mhm.
yeah, that's the loss.
We started with 5 a pop, though.
We were at 17 a pop.
1,
Alright.
2, 3, 4.
Well, it was 17, took 3 days to get back onto the road, which puts us to 14, which is 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So,
And
I
now
mean,
we're
I think,
just shy.
so
So
I
we
think,
should have
yeah.
5 left.
We have 1 left. This is our last day. If we each had 14 left, and it's been 14 days.
Yeah, because we
Has
got lost
it
for
been
one
14?
day.
Oh,
we
okay,
got
okay.
lost for one day, and we traveled in the white for one day, or for a couple days, several.
3 days to wilderness travel, and then 9 days of regular travel. You were lost for a day, which means you went in the wrong direction, which means it's a day to get back. So that's a loss of 2 days, which puts you at day 13.
oh, it's okay. So we still have 2 more rations.
And you have 4 days left till Mournhau, which means that you should be off put by 2 days from your original plan.
Yeah.
Is we straight to the west gate?
If you go straight to the...
Yeah.
If you go straight to the gate.
So, I think
No harm.
Try
think what
the
we-
shot at hunting.
well, we still have the group who's not wanderers being affected by exhaustion, right?
Yeah.
So I think we have to spend at least 1 camp for tonight. 1 camping so that you guys can lose your exhaustion, because if we have to go with no food, you guys are going to get a bunch more exhaustion.
Yeah. So we're just pushing through after a camping night.
Probably going to have to be something we're going to have to at least think about, unless we want to take a day to go hunting. We've got 3 people, trained in survival, so it's not impossible.
I guess I'll make a sacrifice. That it's rough enough getting all this traveling on rations alone. I'm looking forward to real food.
Also not trained in survival. I can like kill a dog or something. I can't like be
So-
trained.
so,
in
Okay, you were telling me
Why
earlier
is
that
he
were, are
so
you?
dark?
You would kill a dog?
It's like, bro, I could like kill a dog, baby. Like,
You
what
mock-
dog, bro?
Wrong with killing dogs.
No, not you too, Crow.
Yeah. Okay. You can bitch at me while you have rations, but wait till 3 daes when you don't have
Well,
rations.
what else are
and
you
see how
supposed
your
to do
attitude
about-
changes.
What else are you supposed to do about feral packs?
Anyway, shut up. What do you guys do?
I just kind of look at Telry and I'm like, and I look away.
What are you looking at me like
you
that
would
for?
eat a dog? Yeah. You'd eat a fucking human after 5 days of no rations. I'll bet you 2 platinum right now.
Bit much.
I'd
So are we hunting or are we
struggle to
pushing?
eat a dog if I was starving to death, but I guess we'll see.
Eat that person. No balls. You won't.
I got
I'd eat-
2
I'd eat a
platinum here,
person.
say you won't.
All right.
We
Ed, I'm not gonna
learn
kill
more about
somebody.
each other every day. So are we hunting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we want
Okay.
Camping kit and hunting.
Alright, camping kit to get rid of exhaustion, and then spending the day hunting.
Is eating a person's, because Ezokind is a part of the Grey Pantheon, is that sacrilegious?
Okay, so I'll explain how this works. Cannibalism, which is the eating of another sentient humanoid, not one of the same race, but a sentient humanoid, is an evil act, unless you
Okay.
are from a culture that does not define it as an evil act. For example, lizard folk from Calcatesh, they do not believe that cannibalism is an evil act. So culturally speaking, if you're from that race, from that culture, then it is not an evil act. But most sentient humanoid races and their cultures believe that such a thing is an evil act. So, yes.
I would
mean,
know this in character.
Yeah. that
Eating
is
dogs
okay,
is
never
an
mind.
evil act, so
negative.
I was kidding.
It is not.
About the
That is
eating people thing.
that is also cultural.
Well, yeah, I mean, don't eat pets, but, I mean, feral dogs are, we gotta get rid of them one way.
Bro, I would look. You go
Telry
to
goes, Full vegan. Eating meat is evil. No,
Oh God.
we're not going that far.
We got
Yikes.
three. We're not on a raft in the middle of the fucking ocean. We have 3 days to get to this door. Like,
Oh, also something else I shouldn't mention. If you do perform the act of cannibalism, there's also a chance that you can track the Wendigo curse.
Dun dun dun.
But
Get
that's a
was
whole
your
nother
mom a
problem.
cannibal? Gruul? Or did your
I-
mom eat other orcs?
I don't know.
Okay.
You just eat a vegetable. That's all. They ain't sentient no more.
No more. Oh, you mean that kind of? Oh, that still feels wrong. But I mean, yeah, let's not. So who wants to go hunting instead of talking about eating people?
Sounds good to me.
Oh.
All right, roll me a survival
I'd
check.
rather keep talking about eating people, but do whatever you want.
Honestly, cannibalism's a fascinating subject.
Sitting on the opposite side of the
Wow.
campsite from
Hey.
Marlowe.
You come back with nothing. Zip. Nada.
Wow.
Damn,
Nice.
just look at this.
Look, all right, it's
And
hard.
that's your
chewing.
last ration gone.
I am full of grumpy.
All right, I'm gonna walk that way. To Mournhau.
We're going to just start starving. Look, we do one more day. I promise I can get you something. Come on, Knarh, we can find something.
Come on, Nara. Oh, you're using me for you. Okay.
Yes, you're decent at tracking. Stop moaning.
All right,
We're 3 days from a capital
Why not use
city.
your
Yes, and
primal
that'll be-
awareness, wherever that thing is. Do any?
Well, primal awareness lets me like assess like the general direction. So yeah, I can.
Okay, so let me put it this way. Survival is not just knowing where they are, it's actually being able to catch them. Primal awareness is going to tell you what you already know. There's animals and then there are mountains.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I've lived in the area. I know what lives here.
I have this ability called logic awareness, and we're 3 days away from a city that has a shitload of food in it.
Yeah, and they're gonna have a lot. They're gonna get really tired and exhausted. All right, we just give me a moment. I promise. I'll get you something. Don't like it?
No. We can survive. Are you guys cool with being a little fatigued after 2 days of not eating? And then we go have a big meal? Or we can spend 5 days here trying to find a
One more
dog
day.
or a boar.
They're not gonna take 5 days.
One more day. That's all I'm saying.
at Telry.
Don't,
All right,
Come
you
on.
get one more day.
Nara, I believe in you.
All right, survival check. Let's go. Let me see it.
Yes.
There we go.
All right, let's see what you find. You find some rabbits, which provide you 2 rations.
See, look at that.
Total.
All right, Marlowe, let's march.
See, complains. It still receives.
Okay. Does the party just went
Are
up?
you
That's not even enough for all
me?
of us.
Yeah, are you giving me one of those rabbits?
No,
Because I'll probably just talk to it and let it go.
they're already dead.
It's already dead. You can talk to it all you want.
I shot it with my crossbow. It's very dead. I assure you.
Let's just go.
I'll hand it to Telry and Chrome. Hey, they get one more action.
Nice.
I'm handing
you
mine
do-
off to Knarh. It'll be all right.
If you say so.
Yep.
Okay.
For some reason,
Survival
I don't think
checks.
it will be.
Survival checks.
I'm fine.
Don't get lost 3 days from the city. That would
On the
be
road.
that would be unfortunate. Okay.
Yeah.
Next day,
It's city.
all right, you're starting to go hungry. Next day,
Hey, look, the city.
Growl,
literally one more day.
rumblies, and muttumblies.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Fuck.
I think the grumblies and your tumblies just got us in trouble.
All right, up ahead you can see that the west gate is being blocked out as there is a church inspection. You can see that there are Seekers of Mytheria scanning each of the passerbys trying to get into the church. They are using strange devices and holding up pendants. They are searching for apostates. You can also see, however, that the Seekers are not doing so up to a certain point within range of Mournhau, because you can see that the guards of Mournhau have pushed out a sphere of influence in which the Seekers cannot pass. Because of the current political state, it seems that the church is not willing to press its luck against the guard of Mournhau. So, you have a very small window of an opportunity to try and make a run for Mournhau and get through to the other side before one of the church members can detect you. Or you can run, or you can just leave.
Do we make a break for it?
We've got to get in now.
Nara, you're the most detectable. I could.
I would say that you should stay as low as possible to the very end.
I could make you invisible.
You can. You can.
Oh, I can make Knarh invisible. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Nara.
I mean, you're also detectable, Mr. Shiny Wingman.
I'm no more detectable than I usually am.
Well, seeing as Nara is like the definition of an apostate, perhaps priorities.
The definition of an apostate is Marlowe, myself, and Knarh.
Yeah.
No, Telry and I are church-loving enthusiasts.
I can't say that.
I don't know where you
honest.
got that. Okay, then you lie.
Just lie to him.
I'm not a good liar, man.
Well, hey, you practice makes perfect.
I'll be right back. You guys decide what you're gonna do. Be right back.
Okay, so me and Chrome, as per usual, can get in, no issues. Knarh and Marlowe have their issues, and Telry, I don't know, you think you could just mount the dog and be fine?
No, not the fucking dog.
No,
the
they
dog,
will
no.
spot us immediately.
That is a heavy magnitude conjuration spell that's gonna blow the dicks off of everybody in 2-mile radius.
Yeah, but he's
Yes.
like super holy, right?
Not in the way that they would see it.
I don't know, he seemed pretty holy.
He's his own brand of holy, and there's more questions I need to ask him about that, but the church's holy is not right.
So, do you want? Should me and Chrome go in by ourselves? Should we stay as a group? Do we sneak? Do we run?
So
I think the rest of us would have a hard time dashing the gates without you.
I think that the 4 of us can get in through just bullshit. But Knarh, we'd have to turn invisible and have her sneak around into the safe zone.
How long does the invisibility last?
About an hour.
I'm back.
If you make them invisible, won't that make you like really glowy with magic?
No. That only happens if it's a heavy magnitude, or multiple times within an hour. I can be subtle about it about once an hour or so.
Oh, okay.
He has that one thing where it doesn't affect him the first time.
Oh.
Yeah, but
The issue is that despite
There's
Knarh being
that-
invisible, Knarh would still be gain that exposure.
yeah, they sense the magics. Even if they can't see me, they can sense me, right?
But there's
I'm running either way.
There's a
Well,
window. We could all run and try and make it through the gap.
Well, how long would that invisibility last?
About an hour.
Oh, yeah, that's plenty of time to get Nara in. She could go wide, right? She'd walk really far around. An hour.
Well, we're out of food, guys.
Yeah.
We need to get into the city as quick as we can.
So we just go around?
For the gap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can make a break
Alright.
for the gap. If you're running either way, then it's up to you whether you want the exposure or not.
Probably hold off just in case they detect spellcasting, because, you know.
And if
That's
we have to deal with them anyway, then it's better to have what we can for that.
I would say if we get spotted, then turn her invisible. Sound good?
Yep. Let's run it.
And, alright. If we're running, I'd probably say, like, me and Chrome and Telry in the back, and those Knarh and Marlowe in the front, just so that they can get, we can get in the way.
So you'd be in the front, we'd be in the back?
Well, I could be in the front, and then Chrome and Telry could be in the back, and you guys would be in the middle. That way we could protect you.
I'll put a shield on.
I can too. I would be able to do much.
Sounds like we running.
Alright.
And
We're gonna
I
go-
ran so far away. Sorry. Couldn't get away. Okay, let's get you guys hooked up. Okay. So, to be clear, your plan is Marlowe casts invisibility, negating his exposure gain due to his foreigner background, using it on Knarh, and then Knarh's going to kind of go away from the party, and you guys are going to enter the city as normal. Yes?
No.
No?
We were going to dash for the gap,
Well,
right?
okay.
Oh.
You're going to run for it, but you were going to otherwise enter it normally. Yes?
Yeah, if we need to run, we'll run. The invisibility thing is up to Knarh. If she wants it, then that plan could go forward. Otherwise, it's going through. And if there's any problems, we'll make a break for it.
Yar, do you want to chance it?
We can rally the people to make a riot and run. We all run in big group. Just a thought.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
I mean, how many people are here starving, just like us?
How many people does it look like are in the inspection line?
A lot.
So do you guys want to get into the line and then cause a push? I mean, how many church
Cause a
members
riot.
are in there? In the
So,
That's a
inspection?
real question.
To give you an idea, there's a lot of people here. There is a reasonable chance that you're able to get through without being detected if you roll a good enough stealth check and blend in with the crowd. There are certainly not enough church members here for the number of people that are here. However, if you fail that, then you'll be spotted. So, it's kind of up to whether or not you just take your chances as normal by walking or try to blend in with the crowd and get caught if you fail the roll. So either you deal with the base chance or you try to manipulate that chance. Or you run for it.
Well, if we want to do the riot thing, Marlowe, you're pretty good at rising people to fight.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
I don't want to do that.
You know.
Correction,
that
I'm
would
not
make-
going. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, that would be known.
Yeah.
What
but-
would it say for us to arrive in Mournhau with a crowd of panicking people?
Well,
You
they would.
forget that I'm on the good side of the church at the moment.
I mean, sort of. I mean, not by the Smiling Knights, which is the Smiling Knight was here.
The Weaving Knight.
Look, do you guys want to sneak in with the people, or do you want to run it? I don't think boosting a crowd for a riot is going to be the right play, the more I think about it.
Well, the main issue I would say is that they're detecting over there. You can see they got the sensors, and I don't think Marlowe's gonna pass that test. I mean, if we get Nara out invisible, that's all good.
Marlowe and Knarh right now are at the same level of exposure.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. One, I'm a foreigner, so I can explain that. And two, if they don't like that answer, I can fucking fly, and I can just leave. and
Yeah,
go for the
And then
door.
while they're distracted with Marlowe flying away, we make a break for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's gonna get shot down. Probably.
If I'm shot at in the direction that the Mournhau guard are in, they might hesitate.
I know,
Yeah.
Chrome. Can you pick him up?
Hey, Gua.
Marlowe. You light enough. You can pick him up.
I can pick up Marlowe.
All right.
What?
That's what
Where
you
are
want to
you
do.
going with this?
Why am I picking up Marlowe?
Well, I'm just saying if he wants to fly off, he's probably gonna get shot at because he looks like a giant flying winged demon. So just saying.
Oh, you want to
Have
be
you met a
catching
demon?
balls.
Yeah, inevitably.
Have you met a demon? That's funny.
No, but they're they have wings. They're big. I don't know.
All right, we got two options: stealth or walkthrough. What are we doing? Because the make a break for it will be on the table if any of those fail. So the route towards make a break for it is already going to be something we might run into. So before then, do we choose stealth or just walk through with confidence?
We could rock through, I suppose.
Blend in with the crowd.
Be confident.
Yeah, if we're gonna bend in the crowd, the people who are wearing heavy armor must take it off, so we have that slight advantage. Because we're not the best at stealth.
We are.
Gruul, what do you think?
Oh, I mean, yeah, if we want to, I'll hope.
So stealth?
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool, let's do it.
All right, roll some stealth.
All right.
Here we go.
Also, if I send anybody in chat a weird message of me randomly typing keys, I accidentally clicked on something.
Okay.
Does
I
breastplate
got a
have-
message from Arcadum. It says blah 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 blah.
I'm gonna quote that.
Quote it quick. Record it.
Does breastplate give disadvantage on stealth?
Medium and
no.
heavy armor does.
Oh, all of it. Okay.
All of it. Gotcha.
Unless you have the tricks.
Alright, I'm stowing my scale mail.
All right. Stone.
So you're undressing your armor right there in the middle of everyone?
Well, not like right in the middle of everyone.
I did.
I guess I'll keep mine on.
I'll
we're
wrap
already
a
here.
towel around you.
Oh
Nice.
my.
I'll look
No,
so handsome.
I mean, he's got the giant chrome cloak, right?
Okay,
He's fine.
drop some stealth checks. Let's see him.
Alright. Find character. There we are.
Character sheet.
Oh, all right. Not bad.
I will inspire Telry's. I had to read that for 15.
Okay, so despite their concerns, the group pretty easily makes it past the church seekers. There's a lot of people here. A few people are pulled to the side, revealing sorceress marks on their body, and they are immediately arrested by the seekers and drawn to the side. But other than the few people caught in that way, many people just go right through them, and the party is dragged inside once more to the city of Mournhau.
We made it back.
Right, that was our second time being stealthy successfully.
I know, right?
Yay.
Even with
I think it was
disadvantage,
the horse
we did pretty
mask.
well.
It has been over 5 months.
I need
You
food.
got, yeah, it has been a while since you guys were the fucking Mournhau, right?
It
Yeah.
took like over 2 months to reach Edgington,
Half a
and
year.
then another over 2 months to get back.
All right.
Hey guys, we're the longest living party.
Yeah.
Story base.
It's midsummer.
Yeah, we are alive.
Did we do it?
Mission complete.
I think we completed our mission like back when we got the dude killed. Or actually, yeah, got the dude
No,
killed.
no, no. That's objectives. Completion is when you turn it in.
Yeah, you gotta get the flag to your flag.
Oh, so yeah, we get $500.
Yeah, we do.
Each.
Oh yeah, that's why we were supposed to make money.
That's the complete. That's the
Oh
plant
yeah,
the
you
flag.
guys remember that? Oh yeah, that's crazy.
It might be 400 each because she gave us 100 each before.
I wonder
no,
if Miller would be
yeah.
surprised to see
that was
us
for the
and he's already
previous
spent
job.
the money.
Oh,
Ooh, little awkward. I thought you guys were dead, so I spent your reward money. Ooh.
You know, there's always a chance.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we said we arrived one.
Oh, can I trouble you to update my token and art? I got a new
You,
frame and touched it up.
did you send it to me in art?
Yeah. I don't know. Let me see if I tagged you.
I
be
see.
in art.
I see. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I would have liked to use my new art, but kind of can't.
I need trim.
You can. You just gotta
oh, we can
use
use your new art.
I can't
as a
use my new
disguised
art
self.
because I'm dead. I just lost my arm.
Marlowe use disguised self and use your new art.
Yeah. There you go.
Perfect.
Marlowe can use your new art.
I should get the mage hand cantrip.
We are still on the map, right?
Yeah, hold on. I'm
Okay.
been doing a billion things at once right now.
Cool.
I gotta go get fucking Marlowe's fancy new shit.
Yeah.
I gotta dress him up.
I think he deserves trim around his artwork. Yes, I figured.
I
Dear,
think
dear.
I think he's earned trimmed, don't you? Oh.
You just walk up to Mello, like, "Hey, what's up, Toots?" Just get punched in the face.
Hey yo, what up, Toots? Hey, how's it going? It's your boy.
Couldn't help but notice
need
that
to-
guy seemed like he was leaning.
Marlowe, low.
Is that one leaning over there?
He's leaning.
Okay. So. Let me guys know when you're loaded.
You guys want to see my old house? It's right there.
Your old house.
Oh,
That's an
Sure is.
outhouse. Bro.
old.
Exactly. The old meeting room.
The only room that matters.
You guys loaded?
I am now.
99.
99.
99.
99.9.
Oh,
Come on.
no,
Yeah.
Narzalt is also old.
And back. What? No, this is young art. What are you talking about?
Young art. 5 months ago art.
A morning, I'm howling.
Morning. I'm howling. I'm in.
Hey, there we go. We're in.
Isn't that street we were lined up before? By the night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, Knarh's
Good memories.
token won't update, and it's driving me fucking crazy.
Oh.
See?
Oh, there's two. Shadow clone jutsu.
Let's see.
I don't have that spell.
Oh,
Kage,
your image.
Kage no bullshit.
Got the right outfit on old Knarh.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. I'll let you. It's fine. We'll fix it later. Anyway,
It's fine.
so
I can live like this.
all right, so everybody's loaded in. You are now back in Mournhau. You have entered through the western gate. And so, there's a couple of things that you immediately notice. Everybody make me perception checks.
Mm.
That's not good.
I see nothing.
Telry reroll.
Oh yeah! I see everything, probably. Yeah! Halfling luck.
Okay, so you notice that Mournhau has a completely different feel. The people of Mournhau carry themselves with a bit more tension, but there's more open pride on their face. Some people have left their homes, and there are different sections of the city that seem to be emptied. It seems that as the king, the usurper king, as he is referred to by some, but the new king of Mournhau has left the city divided. Whereas some are loyalists to the prince, there are others that are loyal to the king's old captain of the guard. It is not entirely clear what the future of Mournhau is, but those that side with the usurper king are no doubt happy to have further distance and ties broken with the church so that their ancestral ways may be uninterrupted. And those that seem to be sided with the prince believe that the act of putting a new king not of the bloodline, and indeed not inheriting of the weapon properly, is of itself breaking of tradition. So Mournhau is definitely a place not quite of peace, but of pride. A melting pot, a boiling point. War is on the air, and although no blood has been spilt, no weapons have been drawn, the people are clamoring for a resolution. And that's what you notice as you walk through the city.
Hey.
Totally new vibe.
Yeah.
A lot more
How quickly
energy, that's
times
for sure.
change.
So,
Home is home.
Not sure I like it.
Chrome, I have to ask, actually. How do you feel? Do you think the usurper king is right, or do you think it should have been somebody of the bloodline?
No, in all honesty, I don't know both of them. I don't know their intentions. I don't have a side.
So you care more about the intentions of the man rather than the man himself?
Yes.
I like that. All right, shall we find Mila?
Marlowe's already like 20 feet ahead of you.
Hang on. Slow down.
I'm sure she has some info on the new king. If you're looking for it, Chrome.
Yeah. Getting information on both the parties would be helpful. Not just for me, but for our party's sake. Because we might be dragged into this some way or another.
I feel like we may even want to, depending on what it looks like, but I don't know. We'll see what the situation is.
All right, let me know when you guys are loaded.
Loaded.
Yep, we're loaded.
Okay. As you return once more to a place that you have not seen in months, the College of Sagas, you notice, is filled to the brim with new applicants towards the Bard's College, and indeed a resurgence of interest in the history of Mournhau. It would seem that the sons and daughters of the noble families have been sent here to research the records themselves and to perhaps maneuver themselves in a more politically inclined gain of the new importance that the sagas now hold, no longer restricted by the church and its presence and its influence. The College of Sagas is now rising up, it would seem, to its ancient role as advisory to the king, and more or less the replacement of the church and prime religious outlook that the people of Mournhau share. As you arrive, Marlowe, a page immediately contacts you and your party. Miss Willow Pipe wishes to see you in the conference rooms.
We'll head there. Well, I will head there immediately.
I'll follow behind.
Would you guys join me?
Yes, of course.
Happily.
Okay. And as you come to this door, enter!
Go on.
You can see Miss Willow Pipe is seated behind the desk, seated behind the table at the head of the table. She has many different pieces of parchments out in front of her. Her lute lies beside her, leaning against the table, as she gestures for all to sit.
Good to see you. It's been a long time.
Indeed it has. There were some rumors that you had died. I am glad to see that they were unfounded. First, your reward. I have already received word of the machinations of your actions far in the Razor Cliffs, and I have also received the information that I have required. As it turns out, Lord Smalls was not, as she kind of rubs her fingers together and looks at her hand, resistant to the interrogation tactics of the new king. It would seem that once word had been gotten that Lord Montague had been slain, he broke instantly, trying to, one might say, procure for himself a favorable position. Thankfully, our new king was swift with his justice. Lord Smalls is currently facing trial and is planned to be hung later this week. I dare say, by definition, you have completed your duties. And although perhaps not in as timely a fashion as I hoped, it would seem that in the end, all's well that ends well. Therefore, your promised reward, as she lifts a satchel and places it on the table in front of her. The party gains 400 gold each.
Each. Okay. That's a lot of money.
Whoa, that's a lot of money.
I'll give my 400. I'll divvy it up 100 per person, so you all get 500.
Oh, good.
Marlowe, are you sure you did a lot of the work as well?
There you
I
go.
was doing my job.
It's free money. I'll take it.
I'm abandoned.
All right.
I mean,
Do you still have your horse mask on?
Yes. I'll take it off.
Thank you for being respectful to the...
In a room with a lady. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Chrome takes his mask off at the meeting table, but doesn't put it away. It just sits there, floppy and lifeless, staring at you with empty eyes.
Unnerving.
I guess speak with animals.
It's
Well,
Well, with that,
You speak as if. Do you favor the new king? We've been out of the loop on that.
yes, there have been many, shall we say, predicaments that have occurred since since last you were within Mournhau. Yes, it is true. The old king of Mournhau perished. As it turns out, the adventuring group that demanded an audience with him and even broke their way into the throne room was able to prove that the king has been dead for many years, puppeted by some unknown organization, calling themselves the Golden Iris. And it would seem that the actions of these individuals have ruined the false puppetation of our king, and even have revealed that perhaps there is some degree of blame to be laid at the prince's feet. Now, it's all circumstantial, mind you, and I don't believe that the prince is capable of doing such a thing to his father, but the prince is easily swayed as to his recent conversion to the Church of Netheria, despite his ancestral upbringing. Make no mistake, the new king, selected by the passing of the sword from the regent that wielded it, the adventurer known as Cyrus, I believe, passed the sword onwards to the captain of the guard, Gerard, and he now holds the crown by ancestral right and decree, if perhaps an unconventional means of transition. The people are split. There are some that believe that this new king is rightfully chosen, and the bias perhaps towards his lack of indoctrination towards the church and the defense of our ancestral ways notwithstanding. There are also those that believe the prince has been denied his blood right, and that his father's death had already passed the crown to him, and that therefore all the proceedings therein have been a sham It will take some time, no doubt, for the nobles to meet and to decide on which that they will stand with. Right now, the area is tumultuous. The new king of Mournhau has taken it upon himself to act with initiative, and the other nobles can do naught but do as he says until they have gathered their strength to challenge him. Indeed, even now the prince lies within the eastern mountains, it is said, awaiting for reinforcement from the Pale City itself. It is uncertain as to whether or not which of these two sides shall prevail. But we are in a position in which the Bard has funding and support and influence. The college itself has, well, much of the same rights it once had. We must strike while the iron is hot, as the saying says, for there are many things that go beyond kings and kingdoms that need our attention. I know that you have only just returned, but we have things to discuss. Oh boy.
I have questions. Should I leave them to the end?
Ask them.
You mentioned the Golden Iris and their involvement with the puppeteering of the dead king. Knarh and I were approached by someone in dark robes with golden eyes all over their garb, and we turned them away. What more do you know about them?
We know only that they are of a foreign religion, from Marlowe's homage, if I recall. It is unclear exactly what their intentions are, but what is clear is that whenever it is of an insidious nature. And that is a perfect transition, a good segue into the first thing that we must discuss. The politics of Mournhau have limited my ability to move. Indeed, there are some actions that we, at the Bard's College, must uphold and adhere, and there are some that we cannot. Until the people have peace, no one will listen to the truth that we have to share. And while I will not ask any of you to pick a political side, as such a thing may tarnish your ability to act in the future, in the interest of freedom, we shall not adhere you to one. Instead, I shall explain what I have discovered, and you may choose which side that you wish to aid. In either case, it is my belief that we should do whatever it is that protects the history of the people of Corvinus and gives them a future. Now, as she adjusts her parchments in front of her, I have some things to show you. Alright, guys. Take a big, deep breath. Because I have wonderful news.
Okay.
You've completed Chapter 1 of Sagas and Solace.
Yay!
Let's go.
Oh boy.
Completed.
Chapter 2, however, is going to be, quite an in-depth sort of thing, because it will define where you will end the current story arc of Corvinus at, and where you will start the next story arc at. Depending on, and this is more of a meta concept, depending on which of these paths that I'm about to offer to you that you choose, the reason I'm offering them to you this way is that you have kind of a meta understanding that whichever one that you choose, that is where your time skip will take place. So,
Cool.
I cannot reveal how long the time skip is, but all the story arcs will have a time skip in between them to represent the world changing and adjusting to the decisions that the player characters have made. It also lets me chronologically reset everyone.
Is the time skip directly after Chapter 1, or is that after the arc that includes Chapter 1?
It is after the end of the arc that includes Chapter 1. So,
Okay, cool,
Chapter
cool.
2, the end of Chapter 2 is reasonably where I'm going to be ending this story arc that you currently end. If you all recall during your interviews, I told everybody that there'd be 2 years of Corvinus, each arc told in 6-month increments. That is essentially what we're talking about right now. As you guys are on episode 17, your true episode is episode 20. Not counting missed time, but that's okay. It's not going to be that precise anyway. Essentially, my point is that you have approximately... Hold on. Chapter 2 should take about 10 to 12 sessions to complete. Depending on missed sessions and the general ham-handedness.
And the time skip is between chapter 1 and chapter 2.
Yeah. No. It's at the end of chapter 2.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Between Arc 1 and Arc 2.
Yeah. You
Makes
can look at them as books. Each arc is a book. And these are the chapters in between them.
Cool.
So yes, this time skip will occur at the end of this next chapter. So it is important that you guys consider this carefully at which direction you will go. As your downtime, your time skip changes will be based off the region that you're in. Let me explain a little bit more. So, okay, I want to make sure that everybody understands what I'm saying, but not revealing too much.
Okay.
Essentially, it works like this. Level 4 is planned to be gained at the end of Chapter 2. Level 4 is going to give you access to feats and prestige classes and just all kinds of shit, really. It's just a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
But, depending on that, is going to be what feats and stuff like that are available. Special ones will be available, like story feats, will be available depending on what choice you make now, because that's where your time skip takes place, which is where level 4 is gained. Everybody with me so far?
Okay.
100%, yeah.
Everybody
With
get it?
you.
Okay, good. Let's making sure it's not confusing anyone. So, it's important that the decision that you make now has that meta understanding in case, like, it is a little meta to, like, decide something that you don't want to have happen to your character based on something that hasn't happened yet, but this is some serious permanent character changes, so I wanted to make sure everybody was on the same page, as it were.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much
Gotcha.
That's pretty much what I'm trying to say here. So, as Mila begins to spread out the parchments and go over each of them with you, she explains that there are several paths that you guys can take. So, get ready to write them down because this is the time when you get to choose it.
All right. What do we want to write it down?
Do we have to choose it right now, or can we take like a day of rest and talk about it?
No. You guys can talk about it. I meant like
Okay.
the objective of this session is to choose. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because it will it will depict all the stuff I need to prepare.
I am ready.
Okay. First up is that Mila is very concerned with the Golden Iris, and despite the actions of her good friend Lord Everfrost, which he is the head of a secret organization known as the Dusk Lilies that have been secretly fighting the Golden Iris this entire time, she believes that the organization and Lord Everfrost himself could use some help. So the first option is to face the Golden Iris.
Okay.
Okay. Option 2, as Mila starts to go over it in more detail, is that there are many sagas that have been lost in Corvanus' history. One of them belongs to the Kingdom of the East in Aldafife within the Fallowlands. There are rumors, although it's not really sure how believable those rumors are, that the once king of Aldafife, known as the Barrow King in some regards, has risen. And upon his awakening, he has raised his ancient court from the dead. Regardless of that, Mila wants to know and needs to know on behalf of the Bard's College, if such a thing is true, that the history of those people is recovered. So either through theft, archaeological dig, or if the rumors are true, bargaining with the Barrow King, the ancient sagas that are found within his estate must be recovered. So, The second choice is the Shadow of the Eastern King.
Does she know the history between them and the church?
She knows that the Barrow King is a sworn enemy of the Church of Mytheria, as he was killed by the church. The kingdom of Aldafife was one of the first to be conquered by the Pale City. And they fought tooth and nail, but ultimately lost to the superior forces. Okay, everybody with me so far?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. The third bit is that Mila believes that there are many of the sagas that are racially protected. One of which is that held by dwarven hands, by the Thanes of Demon's Deep. Mila knows that Mournhau, now free of the church's influence, may actually be able to once more reestablish the diplomatic ties between the two great cities. And as such, she would ask that you act in a diplomatic fashion to speak with the Thanes of Demon's Deep and retrieve copies, or perhaps the sagas themselves for safekeeping, that the dwarves have. And that is Demon's Deep is your third option.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Just the three.
Ready for the next one?
Oh, there's more.
Oh,
Okay.
there's a lot.
All right.
There's a lot of shit happening right now.
Too much.
We're good. I'm ready.
Continue.
Okay, number 4 is Mila has received word that there has been a recent archaeological discovery by one of her counterparts, another bard, that went on an expedition to the ice flows and has discovered a massive underground ice cavern hidden beneath the frozen flows of the waterways. Called the Ice Under, she believes that her counterpart has discovered a storage place for yet another piece of the great saga of Corvinus, and she would require you to act in her stead to assist her colleague. And this is called the Ice Under.
Okay.
Everybody with me so far?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The next one that we have is Mila believes that one of the sagas of the 4 human brothers that once tried to conquer the Middle West part of Corvinus has yet to be recovered since their cursed ground had began. This Court of Curses, as it is oftentimes referred to, has long since caused death, destruction, and despair throughout the Broken Oaks. And now, with increased church presence, any official members of the Mournhau Guard or Bard's College is going to have some difficulty convincing them to let them pass to retrieve this information. So Mila's task is that you must go forth to the Broken Brothers and retrieve the lost history that is stored there.
Okay.
All right.
And finally, the last piece. Mila has uncovered some disturbing evidence that while the Golden Iris has certainly been in charge of the king's death, there have been other faces seen moving just out of sight, wreathed in shadows. Recently, the actions of the Brass Baron have drawn the ire of many of the centralized political entities that are quite resistant to such things. The warlord known as the Brass Baron spreading his influence is certainly a problem. But what is more troublesome is that apparently the Duke of Isola is doing nothing to actually stop him. To ensure that the Brass Baron does not cause yet another enemy to arise, on Mournhau's flank while dealing with the Pale City, Mila would offer that you go to see the Duke of Isola and act in a diplomatic fashion in order to ensure that such forces do not rise in the area. And this is called Serve in the Shadows. Alright, there are your options.
Those are some options.
Take your time, there's a lot here.
Seems like you have a lot on your plate, Miller.
Indeed, Marlowe. The world is filled with undulations and stories that need recording. At the very least, we need to ensure that our past is not lost and that our future is secured. There is no telling how long we will hold this position in Mournhau, and should she fall, we need to be sure that we are able to collect as much of the sagas as possible and see that they are put away for safekeeping.
A bit of a small question, I guess. When we left here last time, there was an individual who was imprisoned for interacting with us. Do the church still hold this prison?
They've been long since executed.
And we failed him. That's unfortunate.
Indeed. Hence why being freed from the church's grasp is of the She'll stop herself. As I was saying, we should keep this not political, as much as we can.
Well,
I mean, if it means anything, I do remember some ice caves my father would take me to as a child. I don't know if they're the same ones, but I know where at least much of the zones are in the Endless White.
Keep in mind that there's nothing stopping you from leaving here, continuing to live your life, or do whatever it is you see fit with your own time.
Mila
Prefer to stay here.
Mila will lean in. No one is required to stay in the employ of the Bard's College. Many of you have performed your tasks well, and we would be most accepting of any decision that you make. And those that you remain, do not be afeared. The influx of refugees and, well, those seeking freedom alike have thronged and filled our coffers, so to speak, with new applicants, should you require replacement. Translation out of character: if you want to change characters, this is the best time to do it. Not saying that you have to. I'm just saying that if that is something you actually want to do, this is the best time to do it.
Gruul.
Yes, Telry.
You've lost a hand on this mission. Are you sure you're, fit?
I mean, Miss Willow Pipe, is there anyone here who specializes in, well, assisting amputees, new hands, or hook, or something of the sort?
Unfortunately, the only individual capable of healing such a wound is in the prince's camp.
As a
Any capable
as a
smiths?
prisoner?
No.
No, he joined the prince.
Ah, understood.
Any capable blacksmiths who could assist me?
With what? A prosthetic?
Yes, if possible.
The only smiths I know of that are capable of such a thing is, well, the dwarves, or perhaps the runesmiths of the West.
Well, if we went to the dwarves, I feel half responsible for that, Gruul.
I feel responsible.
I held the spear. It's fine. I pulled it out of the beast and carried it forth. I don't blame any of you.
Well, I, for one, am sticking with the Bard's College. I feel the College of Sagas has been the anchor point of a potential change. I'll go anywhere.
As long as I'm not noticed by the church.
We all have our own concerns to deliberate about. We should also get some food as well.
Oh, yes. We haven't eaten in days.
Please.
It was like
Eat.
2 days.
Eat, drink, enjoy yourselves. Let me know your decision as soon as you can. And with
We
that,
can take the evening to rest. But before we part, I have something for you as well. Marlowe will pull out the Saga scroll and hand it back to Willow Pipe. On the cover, it says the Saga of Solace.
she will take that and she will nod. Excellent work. I leave
It's
you
an
to
honor.
your rest.
I will update it on the wiki in about 3 days, Mil.
Okay.
Excellent.
I can send you the transcript.
I'm so excited.
So,
We
Gruul,
get our copies. Yeah.
So this dumbass halfling, fucking.
This horse man.
So there I was, caught in another situation.
everyone thought I was a paladin.
All right, guys.
No, you were saying?
I'm not an orc.
Gruul, I'm gonna be honest. I would not dare to take Telry back up into the ice flows and what I would consider is closer to whatever creatures are lurking underneath.
Well, that was the opposite direction.
That's a different. Yeah, the ice flows are to the east,
Mhm.
halfway between here and the Pale City.
Oh, was it the ice flows?
I'm talking about the ice under option of quests.
The ice under is in the ice flows.
It would be in
I'm
the
not
ice.
taking Telry back to the ice flows.
Fair enough. Can't say I'm not hesitant about that idea as well.
Be right back.
I
Matthew.
don't want to have to shoot you again.
I would appreciate
Oh,
not
by the
getting
way,
shot.
sorry about shooting you.
Well, I think, Chrome, wherever we go, there's always more opportunity to watch the world burn.
Sorry, what now?
The tyranny of the church to eat itself. Justice to be had. Is there anything that catches your interest, or anything that sways you in a direction?
Hmm. I think the Pharaoh lands is a good answer, because one, we're recovering ancient knowledge, and that can open up multiple different answers or more questions, not just about the king that's over there, but perhaps there's more answers to about the church and what they did back then.
You know, I'm with Chrome on this one. Although we'll have to go past the Pale City to get there. And
Plus, if we do want to get away from the church eyes, the Farrowlands is a decent shot to hide.
yeah, we're gonna have to walk right through them. You know, you realize that's the side their army's on.
Yes.
Okay,
All
I'm
right.
here.
And what direction? Why choose that direction, Telry?
Well, see, the fallow lands are far east. They're past, but I'm with Chrome. I'm for the same reasons. I think there's knowledge to be gained there that we won't find elsewhere.
What knowledge would you hope to gain?
Something about
There you
the
go.
church back then.
Now you guys can point stuff out.
I need to know what's going on, and I need to find it for myself. And I think that Chrome's got the right idea of it. We go to the source as far back in history as we can find, and go there.
Well, for you, Knarh, if you're concerned about being persecuted, there's very few places you could venture.
Well, no, my concern about the fallow lands, aside from the fact that there's more undead, I'm sorry, I'm never gonna get used to it. They don't like the church, and whether you like it or not, I still kind of consider Telry church.
Okay, we need to talk about that then. Knarh, I'm pretty sure Matheria's abandoned us. She didn't smite you when you prayed for her to guide your magic, and she hasn't really responded to me beyond taking away the hallowing I had.
Sorry to interrupt you, Telry, but have you ever seen her smite somebody? Or have you seen people smite other people, invoking her name?
It's always people.
Well, then are you surprised?
No, and it's broken, and she's abandoned us.
Have you spoken to her?
She hasn't responded.
Has she ever responded? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Is that a bit, is that a cause for concern? Or has that brought any, have you wondered about that at all?
I'm incredibly concerned. I was concerned when we first met. And then we went and we found Captain Hold, and I gave it a second shot, and it didn't work. You saw how that went. I personally feel abandoned, and I need to know why.
Well, there is a seventh option.
A what?
A seventh option.
7.
Marlowe's gonna pull out the crystal in his underwear that has the key in it.
Yeah, gross.
Gross.
Ugh.
Nice. It's warm.
Oh yeah, you did that.
Oh yeah.
Well, you seem unfazed by this.
Yeah, it's
Gruul?
the god rock.
The god
what?
rock? You keep your rock, your god in your underwear, Marlowe?
Marlowe's gonna ignore that comment.
I'm waiting for an explanation.
Within the sagas, there holds a truth that will set me on a course, a different course. And I assume that that might be one that could lead to answers or more questions. What I do know is that whatever's held in those sagas, behind all the fables, is something that is needed for the people of this continent to rebuild their history, or at least what's left of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, that was extremely vague.
But he's on to something. This continent is missing something. There's a history that people know nothing about. Only what the church has said.
Apparently,
And-
demons in the ley lines.
You
Well, a story told by one person is not fact.
you talking about that Izu King guy you were talking about?
Yes.
Who exactly is that? By the way, you never actually explained anything.
He's not a guy, he's a god. He watches over everything. All of history, every step people take, through every stone. He quietly watches. He is the record keeper.
Does he do anything about it?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, the world's a mess. Does he do anything about it? The Matheria, at least, the Church of Matheria at least tried. They may have failed, the more I look at it, but they tried to do something about it.
I'm afraid I might be speaking from ignorance, and pardon my ignorance if I say it from this perspective, but his job is not to fix the world. It is to make sure that there is a world. Or there is a history for the world when it continues. If you want to clean up the world, that's your job. That's my job. This is the job of mortals.
Do you want to clean up the world?
No, I don't. I just want the people who do to have a fair shot and a history behind them when they try to. Some understanding.
Well, I suppose I can support that, though I may not be about to pray to a rock you have in your underwear.
I wouldn't
know.
ask that you make any prayers.
I mean, you didn't see it,
Anything
but it
of that
like
nature.
crumbled into dust. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some pretty crazy things. That doesn't sound too nuts. But we're getting off track here. Knarh,
Yeah.
the undead, we've dealt with them. We can handle undead. You can handle undead. Is that going to be your point of hesitation on this?
If I understood correctly, tell me if I'm wrong. She wants us to go and talk to the undead?
Well, there's a rumor that the Barrow Queen has risen. She wants to know if it's true. And, we find the Lost Sagas.
Uh-huh. Oh,
We might never run into an undead. It might be all just, stories.
sure.
So, by the way, Marlowe, what was the other option you talked about with the rock?
My path has already been chosen. And it is, unless told otherwise, it is none of the above.
Oh.
The rock is a key, and the key is the key to information about the truth of this world.
So
The fable
where's-
behind all of the fables and the sagas. Getting
So what
down to
you're-
the nitty-gritty.
So what you're proposing as a seventh option, as in a seventh option not presented by Mila, that we follow you somewhere?
I don't know. I'm just saying that there is a seventh option, and that is the option that I'm going to take. And perhaps that will coincide with one of the prior 6. I have no idea. I don't know what's behind the scrolls, but I know that once I put the key in the lock, I will be set on a direction that I'm not going to be swayed from.
What are these scrolls you talking about? The sagas?
The sagas.
Oh, well,
The sagas.
we're in the college. Do you want to just go do that now?
The college already has the sagas that it has, but there's more to be found. That's what we're hopefully being sent to do.
And there are probably countless that have been forgotten.
There's so much knowledge that we don't know.
All right then, so what are we wanting to learn?
I want to learn what went wrong and why the church stopped being able to do what it was doing to protect the continent.
Did it?
Yeah, something happened recently that knocked the church out of power. The
Knock
whole
the church
continent.
out of power, aren't they? Doesn't the church essentially have the military majority of the entire?
Oh yes,
of the
they're
continent?
incredibly powerful, but before it wasn't a debate. There was nowhere you could go that wasn't protected by the church. Mournhau, to a degree, but
I don't think you need
They
a
kept
saga
the-
to answer that question.
they kept the demons at bay, and now there's demons again. Something broke.
I'm afraid you might be looking for a story that might not be there.
It's possible. But
What if nothing broke, but they just pushed an inevitable? It was always
Exactly.
coming.
The people rose up, decided that they didn't want to be ruled, or at least in that manner, and you have the current political landscape. You might be right, of course.
well,
Something might have happened, but
I suppose the option would be to rip the proverbial bandage off and go down to Isola and, put all the power on the other end of the continent.
That seems like a terrible idea.
I mean, sometimes the wisest course of action is to remove the hand before the hand is removed for you.
Well, that was a bit of a shift. So, are
I
you?
mean, I'm just,
Well, I don't think at the beginning of this journey you would have ever thought to build an army against the church.
not at the beginning. At the beginning, I was just trying to hide. And I was scared. While I'm still realistic and I won't just prance into a church camp by myself, I'm not afraid anymore.
well, I admire your courage. I would like to point out that you might be just as naive to assume that the answers you seek are with the Barrow King.
I just think it would be the furthest back history that we don't have. That would relate directly to the Church of Netheria, because that is the first place that they conquered. That's all I'm saying.
Personally, I actually like the way that Marlowe is putting it. His idea. He doesn't wish to go out and save the world. he wants to prepare the world so that people can save it. So to speak, to clear the path so that all others may tread it. I don't know if we're what the world needs to save it, but I don't know. Maybe we can help everyone else along the way.
What if it winds up in our hands regardless?
Well, then we've cleared the path and we're ready to walk it.
For ourselves? I guess that's fair. Well. Do you have a preference, Gruul? You mentioned the ice caves.
It's sentimental.
I understand that. And I would go with you, even if there's the potential for me to lose myself. I don't know. It might be worth what could be found.
I don't wish to push anyone for my own personal wants.
Knarh?
I still feel like you haven't told me what your key does.
The key opens the sagas. And within the sagas, information will be revealed.
Cool. So, what does that have to do with anything else that we're doing? You found a secret vault of information. Sweet.
Well,
To me,
Telry's-
that vault of information is a direction for me to pursue. To you, that's up to you. I don't know.
All right. Well.
I think
Does anybody
we've,
have a particular one they're very set on?
I think me and Marlowe have stated. Chrome given his opinion. What have you, Knarh? You have stayed rather neutral.
I, for one, am not going up north. Not taking Telry back up there. If anything, I want to take him farther away from up there. See if that
Well,
can help break the link at all.
Well, that would be to the east.
Or south, or literally anywhere that isn't north.
The ice flows is a no.
Understood.
I don't
The
particularly
ice
like
flows.
zombies, but I mean, I can deal with them. And when it comes to everything else, I mean, the only thing that really caught my interest was the fact that there was the golden iris. And I think they're a problem if they're as far stretched as Mournhau's king to talking to me in the middle of Edgington.
So that's what you want to go after?
If we're trying to help Willow, yeah, I'd sooner deal with problems.
We are also very slow travelers.
Well, I mean, if we stayed on roads, it'd be a bit quicker.
Yeah. We could get mounts. I have one.
We
You
would have to
do.
buy a lot more rations at that point.
But we could go so fast.
You could go faster. That's true.
Don't summon that dog in this college.
What? Why? They'd love him. Milo would love my dog.
Magic is allowed up here in Mournhau.
Oh, it's not the magic, it's the fucking dog that I don't like.
What?
It's because he's a bird.
Considers summoning it right now. Not gonna, though. Well,
Well, Marlowe, when you, I guess, go to use the key, do you mind if I join you?
I was hoping that you all would.
And that'll happen when it happens, right?
Probably after I'm done eating.
Oh, okay. Well, sound good. Kind of waves at everyone.
Oh,
Well, at the moment, we've got Knarh voting for going after the Iris. Chrome and I thinking of going to the Fallow Lands. Gruul wants to go to the ice flows, and Marlowe wants to do a seventh option that isn't on the list. So, up in the air.
Well, I mean, considering his option is going to be a bit more enlightened here in, like, what, 30 minutes? Maybe we just, eat and go check it out?
I haven't eaten in 2 days. Don't rush me.
An hour? I don't
You need
know.
at least
me,
3
who's
breakfasts.
already scarfed down my food, and I'm like, all right.
Well,
Listen, I rarely get to eat good food.
Okay, so what's the plan, guys?
Gonna go to the Sagas and walk over to the Sagas.
Okay.
I'll follow.
I mean, the Sagas are still in the same place they were before, on display in the center of the Bard's College. There are several bards, guards, magical defenses, all sorts of things. It's probably one of the most magical places on Corvinus. Well, that isn't directly church-related. What would you like to do?
Is everybody with me?
I am.
yeah,
Sure.
we're following you around.
All right. I'll take out the stone, my hand,
Okay.
and I will close my eyes and I will say a prayer. Okay. May the sagas and fables, folklore and perspectives of all of those who had unknowingly kept their watch unfold in front of me like the cracked stones that uphold this foundation. The countless dead who have spent their lives to craft the parchment. May my faith in Ezokine denounce the temptation of the keepers of secrets to rebuke the inherent judgment of sequestered knowledge. May I bear the weight of witness. May we carry understanding to return to the people the cobblestones of Corvinus, for those who would remake their world. May this key open the sagas.
As you pray to Ezekine, a strange orb thrums softly in your hand. Ezekine is a patient deity. You may choose your own path, but a vision is sent. If it is ancient things that you seek, then it is ancient things with you must speak. You see the visage of the Fallow Lands and the ancient dead that have risen there. And that is all that Ezekine says.
Do I still have the key?
Yep. Whatever the key is, it waits for you to the east.
Wrong hole.
Or whatever the lock to this key is. Sorry.
I'm gonna turn to Gruul and say, wrong hole.
Okay.
But,
What?
Hate
the
that
key.
when that happens.
Have you done this before?
Different topic. Move on.
What the fuck?
It seems the answers do lie in the Fallow Lands. So that is where I will be going.
Oh, all right, Chrome. Good news.
Nice.
Smugly crossing
Nice.
arms.
No.
All right.
More undead. Let's go.
Nara, I won't make you go and
I want more ways of dealing with undead than what I've got.
Well, I mean,
we're
do we,
here at the college. We could do research.
oh yeah.
If you're looking for magic ways of dealing with the undead, this would be the place.
Well,
I'm looking for magic anything. I'm trying to figure out why is it so dangerous?
Well, we have time. There's a lot of information here we could put to use. We give you some
Alright.
perspective.
So we're sitting here doing research for how long, and then heading to the Fallow Lands? And all of us, right?
Hey, if you're going, I'm following.
Good.
well, you guys are probably gonna need a few days to rest up. You haven't eaten for a while. Probably pretty tired.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go buy a beer.
You guys want?
Yeah, let's go by Bartleby, see how they're doing.
I'm okay. I'm gonna stay here. I gotta do some research. The things I've seen.
All right.
How to kill zombies better.
To officially
101.
lock in your choice, you are choosing the chapter Shadow of the Eastern King. Yes?
Shadow of the Eastern King.
Yes.
Yep.
So be it. So be written. So shall it be done. Okay, because you have chosen that. Oh boy. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Upon filling in Willow Pipe, she has taken it upon herself to secure you transport. She does not wish for you to be interrupted in your journey, as you will be heading through heavily controlled territory of the church. So, you will be put in an official diplomatic carriage to Alderfife, which the church will only interfere with as an act of war. And as of right now, she believes that they are not in any position to do so. So I have good news. Your journey to Alderfife should be unmolested.
Hooray.
Should.
Yeah, because there's not like a straight highway there.
Alright, guys. There's always bandits.
Right.
I heard
you
there's
know.
a good group of bandits in the Fallow Lands.
So, she will supply your supplies and your travel to Alderfife. However, it is up to you to supply your own equipment. So if you want to do any purchasing, if you want to do anything like that, now's the time to do it.
Right?
Alrighty. Well,
So, what do you guys want to do?
I
want to return the glaive back to.
I can't
Gruul.
really use it.
Can't one hand a glaive.
Can you?
he's not strong enough.
I'll take the glaive if no one wants it.
Oh wait, why not just keep it? You could use it, right?
Yeah, all right, I'll keep it.
No, okay.
Here, I'll give you a glaive.
You want a glaive?
No, I'm not in need for it. I specialize in two weapons, not two-handed.
I kind of like crashing weapons, so I was gonna buy them all.
I was gonna do some research on. You guys remember the cairns we saw?
Oh yeah, and the roads.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old roads.
I was the first one up, and I looked into the skies, and I saw it's like a rainbow bridge, is what I best describe it. And I saw the past people I've slain, and I wanted to see if these sagas has any notes about it.
Oh, you're in the right place.
I'd like to do research for more divine spells. We're going to a place with zombies.
Sounds
I'd
good.
like to be prepared.
All right, so we're going to do this one at a time. We're going to do each person's downtime activities. We're going to start with you, Chrome. So you said you wanted to research. Oh, first,
Yeah.
as a party, how long are you guys going to delay your trip?
A week?
Can we have a week? Yeah.
Sure, that's fine.
Sounds good.
Okay, a week it is. So we're going to start with you, Chrome. You want to use this time to research the strange rainbow bridge that you saw, correct?
Yes.
Alrighty, make for me history checks, basic history checks. As your character can read and you have access to one of the best archives on the continent.
Wait, you can read?
Yes.
Of course you can read.
Sadly, yes, I can read.
Sadly,
don't-
yes.
And
I don't use it.
okay, second attempt. You got 7 days, so. Step number 2. Okay, number 3. Alright, so you find out that the Rainbow Bridge is in reference to Valhalla, or known as Warrior's Rest. It's called many different names, but the official name is Valhalla. It is the realm that warriors go that have proven themselves in battle, where the soldier goes for his rest after living through hell, where the knight goes after his final act of service, so on and so forth. What else would you like to do? You can continue to research that if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll keep researching about it. See the story behind it.
Okay. The next roll, you know that the only way to find your way on the Rainbow Bridge is to die, and preferably die in battle. However, as the realm of Valhalla, much like any of the other ethereal realms, are in fact part of the Astral Sea, there are ways to reach it that do not require your death. They are, however, difficult to find, as they must be a place where the veil is thin, and in regards to the actual bridge itself, in order to access that, you'll have to go to a place where many hallowed warriors are buried. That is where the veil would be thinnest and where access would be possible. So, that means you found it already, the cairns.
Whoa. Damn. Well, that's all good. Now I know.
You can continue researching it if you like.
Think that's all that's all I got for her.
Okay.
I'm gonna just sell a couple things off, like I have a random climber's kit that I don't really need.
Alright, you can sell that stuff off, just market value.
Alright. I think that's pretty much it.
Alrighty then, Gruul, what would you like to do with your 7 days?
I guess if I can't get a new hand, I guess I have to spend time retraining to light crossbow.
Sounds good to me. Retraining, light crossbow. Are you retraining your trick?
That and there's the weapon specialization.
Okay. Those things are pretty straightforward. You can do that in a week.
Alright.
Boom. Bam, bam, bam. Retrain, retrain, retrain. Good. Knarh, what are you doing?
I'll spend 1 day in town. I'll buy a mall and resupply on stuff and get new clothes. Get me out of the priest's clothes. I'll keep them
yes.
with me, but
How drippy would you like your new clothes to be? What level of drip would you like?
What is drip?
Oh, I'm sorry. How good would you like to look? How fine would you like your clothing to be?
Good enough for traveling, but not priestly.
So, basic. Got it.
Good.
That's only 5 gold.
Okay, you got it. 5, mall was 10. What's that? Do. My camping kit is good.
Ow.
Backpack's good.
Ow. Ow.
don't need any other immediate things for while I'm here. In that case, I also would like to research things.
Like? Such as?
The first thing on my mind is, why is exposure at high levels so bad?
Okay, what a great question. Make me some Arcana checks.
Right? I am proficient and have the
It's time for the
extra
ley
in that, don't I?
line. It's time for the ley line. Ley
Hang on, I
line.
gotta look at this real quick. Sorcerer subtype. I do have the skill focus for that. Okay.
Quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
Was there a way to enhance my battle axe?
Ooh,
My
enhanced
master.
axe.
Do you have a masterwork weapon?
Yeah, masterwork. There we go. That's what.
Is it your heirloom weapon?
Yes.
Then yes. There's a lot of things you can do. Especially in Mournhau.
You want to do that real quick?
No, you're already rolled. Go ahead. I'll wait after.
Okay.
Alright, the 14. Alright, Knarh. So the reason why going to high exposure is bad is because you, as a person, as a sorcerer, are a walking leyline conduit. When magic is called upon, for the most part, depending on what its source is, magic is either called out of the land itself, which is the case for many different types of spells. Essentially, it is called from a source. Primal spells, such as druids and rangers and things like that, are called from the land itself. Arcane is called from the, you could call it the physics that exist within the air, the bridge between both. Divine would be that of a divine entity or concept or ideal. And then finally, astral would be directly from either the astral sea or from a patron therein. The reason why getting high exposure is bad is because the higher your exposure, the more in tune with the leylenic undulations of the land is. Because of the actions from the Church of Mytheria in the act to try and prevent demons, the genocide of apostates, those that can cast and use magic, and indeed the war against the druids, which are the exact opposite ideology in the destruction of their circles, has made it to where an enormous reserve of mana has been built up in the land. So the reason why exposure, getting high, is bad is because the more you cast spells, the more in tune you become with the ley lines. At 10, your body opens up and becomes a direct conduit to this mass reserve of mana, and it comes spilling out of you in an uncontrolled state. It takes immense training and preparation in order to be able to control this massive amount of mana that is found just beyond your sight.
Ah.
This is stronger depending on what ley line you are close to and how close you are to it.
Oh, lovely. That would lead me to my next couple of questions, which is A, more study on this, and B, are there ways to train and control this better?
Make me another Arcana check.
All right.
Well, it is said that those that have gained enough experience and prestige and skill with their own inherent magic have developed techniques and abilities in order to control this directly. Out of character, level 4. Or there are also other ways in which that there is used in order to control the flow of magic, and that is through the use of special items. Items of a technological development oftentimes found within the Pale City and those of members of the Church. In fact, it is specifically stated that the Church is aware of these leylenic disturbances and its attempt to rid the land of demons, and has, throughout the years, developed techniques, abilities, devices, at all manner of different technological developments in order to combat this very serious problem. As such, there are no wild magic events within the Pale City for a reason, despite its constant use of magic.
Aha.
In fact, according to the book that you're reading, which is written through the eyes of a church zealot, anyone who is not of the church that uses magic is like a savage wielding a fiery stick in an attempt to defeat its enemies despite the damage it does to the world around it. Whereas the church is akin to a lens, focusing the natural heat of mana into a precise, destructive, and accurate beam.
Huh. And now all the thinking starts happening in my poor little brain.
Arcana.
Oh no. That's how that works. Okay, Arcana. Another 18.
I presume you're going to keep researching this, yes?
I will keep researching. I will.
Is that something I can inspire?
Negative.
Okay.
You're reading so good.
These are days that I'm spending researching. So
Correct.
far, mm-hmm.
Okay, so as you begin to research exposure some more, the archives reveal to you that exposure has existed, well, and is even believed to exist in other continents, but it is simply tracked differently. The exposure, or the mana, as it is referred to in the documented text, is representative of the sort of the reserves of mana constantly fluctuating between two extreme points. The problem is that Corvinus is not without mana and without magic. It's that the valve that controls the amount of mana is too small for the reserves that have grown. There are several different treatises for research that you have found in the Bard's College that speak of the current attempted advancements of the Pale City. One such project, known as, you might want to write this down, Project Iris.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Okay. Project Iris, specifically, is an attempt to control this undulating, unpredictable amount of magic. Done so through what is referred to as spires.
Spires.
These spires, as described by the project lead, are meant to be a centralized point in which this mana can congregate, be stored, and then be carefully and manually listed out towards the populace, people, and all sorts of other fabulous and wonderful applications. Essentially, with spires, one would be able to create a sort of stasis in which wild magic, and more importantly, apotheosis, cannot happen or occur.
Okay. Lovely.
In fact, this particular individual, this project lead, lists that 4 such prototypes are currently active within the Pale City. All right. Final discovery. Roll Arcana if you'd like.
All right.
Yo.
Okay.
Happy with that one.
As you continue to read exposure and search through the archives, you find that recently New books, tomes, and research has been made available to the public now that the prince has fallen out of favor and Mournhau is ruled by a new king. As such, many of the old books are no longer heretical and do not fall under the treaty that the Pale City and Mournhau have made. And there is one piece of information that you are able to find that is quite bombastic.
Lay it on me.
As of right now, there are 5 known stasis fields. The 4 stasis fields in the Pale City, and the 1 in the Demon Wastes.
Oh. Oh.
That's it.
Right. And what?
All right, Marlowe, what would you like to do?
I think day one, I'm gonna look for a magic item shop. I'm looking for sort of like Curio's Book of Holding, but to hold written word. So kind of like a USB drive type thing, but would cipher the words.
Yeah, you don't find anything like that. There's no magic item shop in Mournhau.
No? Okay.
No.
Okay, then I will talk to Milla and ask if she has a song that she can pass on to me. I'd like to learn a song from Milla.
What kind of song?
I'll let her decide. One that she would share. Mechanically speaking, a song that would benefit combat-wise or mechanically-wise, not just
She will give you the Song of Passing. The Song of Passing, when used on for 10 minutes, if used on a corpse, prevents its ability to be raised as undead.
Hmm.
And considering where you're going, that'd be a good idea.
Do day 3 to 4. I'd like to look up Matheria's relationship to the ley lines.
Religion. And history.
I have a training in history. Is normal roll?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so here's what you're able to discover. Matheria is a divine source of magic, just like any other source of magic. And although there is a lot of propaganda in the various texts that you're able to find, you are a foreigner and are perfectly aware of how deities work. Upon the research of it, it would seem that Matheria, if it was read out in the Calcatesian sense, would fall under the Blue Pantheon. In addition to that, her connection to the ley lines is the same as any other source of magic.
Okay.
You know what Blue Pantheon is?
Yeah. Now I'm just kind of lost for thought.
Well, as a reminder, the Blue Pantheon represents like racial deities or deities that have to do with a specific entity or large group. They are essentially, calling them lesser gods isn't really accurate because that doesn't mean that they're like weaker than the others.
Are more relatable
They are
as a
not.
god.
They are not as pronounced as the other gods, I guess is a better way of putting it. For example, it is unlikely that Matheria is worshipped anywhere else in Verum, right? So that's why she's Blue Pantheon. However, someone like Woad might be worshipped all over the place. You got what I mean? So the Blue Pantheon is a more... I guess you could look at them as like regional deities, I suppose. They have a very narrow focus.
Can I try to find like a atheist's perspective or like a wizard skeptic's perspective on
Oh, that already exists. Atheism exists. Yeah.
Can I find like an anal like wizard's perspective on how the spellcasters of how the Metherian spellcasters use their faith to avoid exposure? If there's like a mechanical interpretation of that?
Unfortunately, specifically looking for a pure atheistic, scientific, non-religious associated account of anything of Metheria is not something that you can find. The closest thing you can find is a bardic translation, which is by its definition dramatic. So
I'll brave through that.
the best thing you can find is that it appears that the Church of Metheria avoids apotheosis, which is what happens when you hit 10. That's the actual key term for hitting 10, is apotheosis. To be clear. The way that they avoid apotheosis and the negative consequences of exposure is because they are anointed, quotations, and hallowed through Metheria's light. But what is more likely is that the devices and technological development that they have accomplished, even though might have been done so through a religious filter, have actually practical applications in the casting realm, and the use of mana, transference of magic, and the enaction of spells. If you want a cultural example for the player, for Luke, I would say, have you ever read anything about Warhammer 40k?
Yeah, I'm pretty well versed.
And you know how the tech priests perform rites and prayers over the items in order to infuse them with power, but what they're doing is they're just turning them on properly and shit like that. That same kind of concept is what Metheria is doing when they invent their holy pendants and they anoint their priests. What they're doing is, even if they don't realize it, is that they are actually doing things that apply that same application practically, but through a religious guise.
Religious artificers. Got it.
Essentially, you could look at it that way.
I already have copied down the folklore account of Metheria as a mortal. Now that there's more information available, can I follow up on that research?
You could try. History check. Your history check reveals... Okay, can you explain exactly the question you want to answer?
A non-dogmatic... not non-dogmatic. Who was Metheria the Mortal up until the point of ascension?
And you want a non-dogmatic account of that?
Marlowe's trying to piece together a sort of a mechanical understanding through the lens of folklore.
I get it. Unfortunately, the bardic archives, by definition, are told in a non-scientific storytelling flair.
Yeah.
So even trying to separate the religious context, you still get, by definition, a folklore aspect of it. And with the same kind of mysticism, it's just not religious. So essentially, through the parables and all that you're able to piece together, something occurred in the middle of Metheria's attempt to conquer the continent to save it from demonkind. This was after the demon hordes had been defeated by Metheria and her alliance of various other entities that are not denied by the church, but they're just not seen as divine. For a real-world example, like, there are disciples of Jesus, right? But they're not themselves divine. It's kind of that same thing. But in that kind of in that kind of explanation, trying to find a piece of it, something happened after the demons had been pushed back. During her attempt to conquer the continents, the entire continent, to ensure they would not return, something happened during that campaign that caused her to ascend. Whatever the word ascend means. That's the missing piece that you can't find in the Bardic archives, is the definition of ascend in this context. Its definition is paramount, because that could mean all kinds of different things. But unfortunately, you do not have access to what that information is at this time.
But I have enough circumstantial evidence to suggest that she is in fact a legitimate Blue Pantheon god.
There is nothing here that would indicate that she is not a deity, by the definition of how deities are made. As you are Calcatetian, you have a little bit broader of a sense of what a deity is than the people that live within Corvinus. Specifically, a deity is anyone that has enough people saying they are a deity. That is how a deity is literally created. If enough people worship them, then they become a deity. And that is also true if they are recognized as a deity by another deity, which the belief of another deity in you to be a deity is far more potent than a normal person, and can even just by itself make you a deity, or at least a demigod, depending on the power structures therein. So it's kind of like, once again, I'll use Warhammer 40k as an example, how the orcs can believe that red makes them go faster, so it does. It's the same concept. That's how deities are made. It's that if enough people believe that you are one, then you are one. Because deities and their divine powers are the accumulation of nascent faith and will, which is transferred through the dream and then coalesced into a divine spark, which is shared by that soul of that person in the dream. Which is something that you would know of being a bard from Calcatesh. This is, while it's not common knowledge, it is learned knowledge. This is something that you would learn through the course of your career. However, even though that is the exact terms on how one becomes a deity, the actual process of reaching that point is incredibly variable, obscure, and diluted. Like it's
Yeah, that makes sense.
There are deities in the past that are deities because they always were deities, right? Which doesn't really make sense in the common explanation, right? Because for example, I'll give you another example here. So, Own and Woad are considered to be amongst the oldest deities, because fear and whimsy have existed since before races existed, right? Or in the primordial times. So technically speaking, no one believed them into existence, but yet they are undoubtedly deities. So how did they get to be that, and how that definition has changed is something that scholars obviously have researched, and it's something that you, as of right now, as a level 3 character, don't really have any hope of piercing the veil at this time, right? But the idea is that is the essential rule, is that a deity is a deity because enough beings believe they are one. So.
And does the ascension happen after the sword, eye, and shield were built and established?
The sword, eye, and shield are representative of Metheria's aspects and are representative of her great heroic acts, kind of like Hercules' trials. And they are after her ascension, is when they were developed.
Okay, cool. I think that rounds out my time. I'll pass it on to anyone else.
All right, Telry, what are you doing?
All right. So on the first day, I'm gonna make a trip to the postal service, and because we weren't in Edgington as long as I expected we would be, and then I wasn't able to go into the Frozen Flower Inn. None of my receiving addresses were available to me, so I'm going to send one letter, and I'm gonna post that in notes. And then I'm gonna spend the rest of the time researching spells that can help with combating the undead.
Okay, sending a letter. Awesome. And looking for sick, nasty spells. Let's see. Are you a Mennonite?
No, I'm a guardian.
Okay.
Oh, so are you telling us that you're sending that letter in character?
No, this is a private letter. And it's a sad sort of breakup letter, so.
A sad breakup letter? Oh, no!
Possibly.
Look, I understand if you're mad at me.
Yeah, basically. You haven't heard from me in 5 months. Yeah.
Almost 6.
You might not. I might not be back. You should let me go, basically.
Oh, that's so sad. Oh, no. Poor
I
little
got caught up in
Telry.
reading.
Oh, no, he's a little sad boy.
So sad.
I got caught up in reading. I didn't learn any good ways of protecting myself from killing monsters.
He's a sad little sad boy that is sad. he's a little sad boy. Sorry.
I'm a man.
I'm a man! I'm a
Or am I
man!
a
Yes.
Muppet?
I'm a man!
If I'm a Muppet, then I'm a very manly Muppet.
Oh, God,
Man, I
it.
love that movie. That was a good one.
Or am I a Muppet? Let's see.
Am I a Muppet?
Dealing with fucking undead. Let's see. Protection from poison would be a good one.
Yeah,
You want to learn that one?
sure.
Okay. Boom, boom, bam. Easy clap. Let's see. How about... Everybody clap your hands. Lesser restoration, definitely a good idea.
Okay.
And for a last one, let's do purify food and drink.
Okie dokie.
You never know when your shit's gonna get, undeaded.
Yeah.
Undeadified.
Oh,
Very good.
Plus, that's a classic paladin spell. Oh, we're
Yeah.
starving! All of our food's been poisoned. Ha! Puts finger in cup. Ha! Now you can drink it. But I don't want to. You put your finger in it. Oh. All right.
Oh, do you have a write out of what Song of Mourning does?
Song of Passing, you mean?
Song of Mourning from the Cairns.
Oh. The Song of Mourning. Did I give this to you? I thought I gave this to you.
No, I didn't get it.
Oh, let's see. Song of Mourning. When performed at a short rest, the Song of Mourning heals 1 level of exhaustion. You can also, during a long rest, perform the entire Song of Mourning, and this will allow you to speak with the dead, if there are any nearby.
Oh, well, that'll be rather
Okay,
useful.
got it.
That's a good one.
We also able to pick up a compass.
Do you have money for a compass?
Sure. That's 500 gold.
Oh, nice. I got that much. But, I mean, I'd rather not be totally broke, but...
Gruul, are you poor again?
Gruul,
Did you
Gruul, I
become one
will-
of the paws?
Gruul, I will pitch in towards a compass, and then when I have my dog out and around, you can flash it at him and show off.
Oh, thanks.
Did you become one of the paws?
Here, I will give you 300.
Oh, okay. Just 250, half it.
Okay. My math is not that good. Okay.
Yeah, don't make you spend more just for me.
Listen,
All right.
I'm buying everyone a good meal sometime. I've never had this much money before. I've never eaten well.
And getting them good rations.
All right.
Listen, honestly, the best meal I've had so far was probably at the Frozen Flower Inn. And I only got to eat there once. I was looking forward to
Yeah.
another
It was pretty good.
steak.
Though Giddy at the in Edgington was
Makes
pretty
a
good
good
cook.
pie, but she didn't make steak.
Okay. All right. Okay, well, it sounds like you guys have made your decision. You're traveling to Aldefife. You've made all your stuff. Chrome, let's handle your weapon real quick.
Mm.
What do you want to add to your weapon? Do you have any specific properties in mind?
I can't double down on deadly, can I?
Negative.
Okay.
Yeah, not deadly.
Like even if I have the trick for it, but the weapon doesn't have the.
Does a trick do anything else if it already has deadly?
I think it's. I lied. I don't have deadly. I don't. Oh, I get deadly
have-
from two-handing from my fighting
Your advanced
Sub-
fighting style.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would that increase? If I add
Deadly
it?
doesn't stack, but there are some things that do something else if something already has deadly that gets it. Like there's fighting styles and stuff.
Okay.
What's your heirloom weapon? Let's
It's a battle axe.
see here. Let's take a look. You got +4 strength.
Yeah.
Battle axe, heft 4. Do you like two-handing or do you just want to keep one-handing it?
I like one-handing it so I can get the.
I mean,
I
you
don't
could
two-hand.
you could get it hilted. +1 AC. That's pretty good.
Sure.
Let's see. You could also get it fluxed, which can give it extra fire damage. Or let's see, I think you have fire, lightning, thunder, and those are the only 3. Okay, so you can get that if you'd like. There's also that wouldn't really work. Let's see what.
Oh, we got the adventurer's equipment to sell off.
Here's what tier 2 stuff you guys get. Tier 2 we have. What would work for you? You're not really a big throwing guy. You can get throwing put onto it, which increases its range and stuff like that.
No, that's
Um,
that doesn't seem like Chrome.
Yeah, I figured as much, but
Doesn't hurt to ask.
let's see.
Imagine if we get it twinned.
You can't get Magna because you have that. Anointed is no longer available. What's your class?
I'm a fighter.
You are a fighter.
gladiator.
You are a fighter. Okay.
He's a bandit.
Are you
I'm a
lawful?
bandit. No, I'm not.
Damn. All right, you can't get that one then. Oh shit. Okay, so for I forgot about this. Okay, so for tier 2, which is a 750 gold cost, you can get your. Well, it's not. Oh, actually, no. It's. Hold on. It's. 340 gold cost because it's a heirloom weapon. You can get the raiding property added to the axe.
What does that do?
So the raiding property is that whenever you hit an enemy and kill them, you can automatically loot them for any money they have. This also increases the amount of money that you loot by 10%. Specifically only money.
Can I get that and hilted?
Negative.
No? Okay. I'll stay with the hilted for now.
Hilted?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah.
Hilted it is.
Consider me surprised.
Alright, your battle axe is now a hilted battle axe, granting you a +1 to AC. Boom,
Nice.
boom, bam!
Yeah.
Is there a map of the ley lines, Ron?
No. No. No.
It's just like a big demon face.
Yeah, it's just like...
Angry
It's a
face.
picture of Curio smoking.
The
wink.
secret.
He's just
How
winking.
much was the hilted cost?
340.
All
Oh, wait, no.
sounds good.
180. 180.
180? Alright.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, then I have everything I need from you guys. I guess that's where we'll call it. And we'll start up your journey next time. Excellent.
Sounds
That
good.
was a solid 3 hours. Very good.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I got the lore talent. Oh no.
Yeah, how's Knarh feeling now?
It
How you feeling
seems
now,
like I
Mr.
always
Kraig?
was.
How you feeling?
Doing a concern.
Doing the concern.
Oh, God. We've got some fan art, some good, tasty fan art on the way.
Oh, we got Knarh.
You got to know how to hold it, how to fold it. Play with the Game Boy, son. You gotta learn how to play right. Okay, let me turn this
Man,
off.
we upgraded from undead to sentient undead. Let's go.
Yay. Now they're tactical about who has the most exposure.
I mean, we're going as a diplomats. You know, we could continue to
All right,
act as
first
diplomats.
up we have is Telry all tied up. Can't be
His
trusted.
feet. Oh my god.
What, hairy feet?
Feet in general. Not everybody wants to
Oh,
see.
God. Yeah, killed
You
all
gotta
those
kill the-
church members while being totally surrounded. You're fucking with me, aren't you? Excuse me, this is an adult conversation. The party is buying drugs. Bombastic side-eye. Excuse me, this is an adult conversation.
I love how Desmond is smiling.
Oh yeah, smug.
Oh, I'm crying in the background.
I'm a man! I say, if you become one of the pores, disgusting. I fucking love that dog, dude. As long as you don't become one of the pores, we don't want that.
Sir Bernard will be back.
Did you
Pore.
become
Coming.
the pores? Disgusting.
Poor,
Dude,
Growl. One of the paws almost.
Curio hitting him with the, excuse me, this is a adult conversation. That's so sick.
Classic.
Oh, it was
Like if
classic.
I'm one day without rations, I'm eating Bernard. No fucking questions asked.
You'll find it to be an empty meal.
Consume the innate NPC.
Look,
Consume
look.
the celestial flesh.
I'll just get you some brownies. Purified.
Purified brownies.
All right.
Purified something.
Stay away from
I
my
gotta get
brownies.
going. There will be no community night tonight, unfortunately, guys. I have to talk to Crow and Waymaker about a special project.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, it's very special. Then
Oh yeah.
projecty.
Projecty.
Can I get like 5 minutes to yell at Waymaker before?
Sure.
Dude, yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Bye guys. Bye chat. Bye.
Later, chat.
Bye.